All right, guys, coming up a massive War FC show down in his neck of the woods. I am honored to be joined by Coach Jorge Climent, the man behind Ilia Topuria and a plethora of other fighters. Jorge, thanks for joining me, man. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule. You're a busy, busy man.
Hello, brother. I'm happy to be with you again.
I got to ask, how did the show go over the weekend?
We have the sixth edition of our promotion. It was a great night. We have 9 fights, 8 professionals, 1 amateur. Work very good. All the guys do a great job. We have great fights. Everybody was very happy.
You know what I love? I love the videos that I see of you, or the videos that I see of you and your brother. Like, you guys are very funny. You have funny videos that you put on social media. Tell me about this. Tell me a little bit about these videos. You guys are pretty funny. Like, you guys like to have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, we like to do a normalization of the sport with humor, you know, because it is a very hard sport, and we think with funny things you can make understand a lot of people who don't agree with our sport can follow us, you know.
Yeah, very good. How many people did you have at the show, by the way?
It was for 4,000. No,
wow, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's not the best, you know, because we do like a show in not in a big city, you know. The last show we do in Madrid, and we have 10,000.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, you were saying about how big that show was. How close do you think you are to getting UFC to come to Spain, do you think?
Yeah, we hope one time UFC come to Spain, but I don't know why they don't do it. You know, maybe it's because the difference of the hour, but I suppose in Australia it's the same. Because now we have a lot of fighters in UFC, and they can do it, you know.
Yeah, I remember you were saying that you wanted Ilia Topuria, for example. He wanted to be on a card in Spain. Now you've got his brother, Alex. Maybe he can help bring the card down to Spain as well.
Of course, it's Ilia, it's Alex, it's Joel Alvarez, it's Danny Vares, and we have a lot of guys. They are pushing to go in UFC too.
Hey, I got to ask, what did you think of Ilia's new nickname on Twitter? La Legenda. Is it La Legenda? The legend. Is it La Legenda?
Yeah, Ilia the
What did you think when you saw that?
It's a good name, no? He always know how to sell him, and I think he always do a great job.
Why did he tell you why, or did you guys discuss why he changed his nickname? Did something happen, or did something motivate him to do it?
I think he is it's a great time to do it. No, he put his belt on his way. No, he said it. I don't know how it's said, you know, but he left it, and now it's a new way to go, and it's a good time to change his nickname. No, because I think he became a legend.
Was there an option for him to keep his belt and move to 155, or did the UFC say he had to vacate if he moved up?
I think they do disagree for continuing in another way, no?
What did you think of this? People were watching the Spanish broadcast of UFC Vegas 105. Did you see that they accidentally put Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira on the Spanish broadcast down the bottom of the screen? Did you see this?
I don't know what is broadcast.
When the UFC was on TV in Spain,
Yes.
they accidentally put down the bottom. Fans took a photo. They took down the bottom, accidentally put Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira down the bottom.
I don't see it. No.
By accident. Yeah, they accidentally put it on the
Yes.
broadcast the other weekend. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Maybe this is a sign. No, I don't know. We hope something of this happening one time. We don't know what is going to happen in the future, but we want something like this. Or the real thing, we want the fight for the belt, but Oliveira's fight is a good fight too.
So there's nothing official with Oliveira. UFC accidentally just put it. They didn't tell you guys anything.
Of course, but maybe if it was an accident, maybe was for something. No?
What do you think of Ilia? I mean, what do you think of Charles Oliveira saying he doesn't really want to fight Ilia Topuria next? He says he wants to fight for the belt. He has no interest in fighting Ilia.
I understand, Charles. I understand all the fighters of this division. When you have a position in the ranking, you want to keep it. You know, it's something normal. But I think it's not a decision of the fighters. No, the UFC need to decide what is going to happen.
I saw Charles was doing lots of interviews, and he spoke about the fight with Ilia. He said that he believes he can knock out Ilia Topuria. Did you see that? Charles Oliveira saying he thinks he can knock out Ilia Topuria?
I think this is a difficult thing for Charles. But I think in his mindset is normal. He needs to think like this. In the reality, I don't think this can happen. You know?
How do you think that fight looks if those guys fight next?
I think it's going to look like a great match, you know. But I think Ilia is very superior in the striking, and I think he can knock him down.
Well, what do you think it would look like if it hit the ground? Obviously, Charles has good jiu-jitsu, but we know Ilia's got good grappling too. I saw that footage of Ilia and Merab wrestling, and I saw Ilia was sort of beating Merab in the wrestling. How would you see the grappling going between Charles?
Ilia have a good grappling, but he's black belt under us in jiu-jitsu. Me and my brother, we are a 4-degree black belt, and Ilia is black belt from 18 years old. You know, he is very good in jiu-jitsu. Before UFC, all his fight except one, he finished in jiu-jitsu.
Wow. I got to ask as well, this weekend, we've got Michael Chandler fighting Paddy Pimblett. Very interesting fight for lightweight division. Do you think that if Paddy Pimblett beats Michael Chandler, it could be Paddy Pimblett versus Ilia Topuria instead of Charles Oliveira?
I think Paddy Pimblett only can dream to win Michael Chandler, you know.
Oh, you don't think he's going to win?
I don't think so, no.
Why?
We're going to see, yes.
Why?
Because I think Michael Chandler is a better fighter than Paddy.
Do you see Michael Chandler, do you see it being a dominant fight for Michael Chandler?
I think it's going to be a dominant fight. I think he's an all-American, no wrestler. Paddy have good jiu-jitsu, but his striking have a lot of holes, you know. And Michael Chandler have very powerful hands, and I see Paddy in the floor, you know.
You know what? You know what's interesting? If Paddy does somehow win, it seems like the UFC are going to try and push Paddy to a title shot, you know, to try and get the belt. How do you, and Paddy and
I
Ilia have
think,
that rivalry, right? So there's that history between the two. Might make for an interesting fight.
yeah, but for if we want, if you think like this can happen, it's impossible to now. First, need to win Chandler, and then I don't know what is next for Ilia, you know, and I don't think this can happen. I think the UFC always try to push Paddy because he's a guy who sell fights and do and talk a lot, you know. But I don't think Paddy have the technique to be the champion, you know? And the mindset, you know, because for be a champion you need to have a very good mindset.
You don't like what you see about his mindset?
I no, because when you talk too much and it's like when you talk too much is because you not have security, you know, real. You think real. You can do
Insecure.
this.
You're not. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. You know what's interesting as well? I remember when we first spoke and you told me that Ilia, you know, was moving up. We spoke about Ilia versus Islam. And now it's turned out Islam isn't interested in fighting Ilia Topuria. Islam has said he wants to maybe fight somebody else, or there's the talk of him going and fighting at 170 instead. Did you expect Islam to not want to fight you guys?
And I don't understand the end of the question.
Did you expect that Islam would say no to fighting Ilia and would want to fight somebody else?
I don't know. I pray to do this fight because I think it's the people fight. You know, all the people want to see this fight. Me want to see this fight. I think you too. No,
Big fight.
Yeah, it's a big fight. I don't know what is the plan of Islam or what he really wants, you know. But I think this is the fight.
If Jack Della, if he beats Bilal and becomes the new champion, everyone is saying Islam is going to go to welterweight. Would you be sad if Islam went to welterweight and Ilia never got a chance to fight him?
Yeah, of course. I think I'm going to be sad because I think it's a good fight and it's a good fight for Ilia, you know.
Do you see a scenario where one day Ilia goes up to welterweight and fights Islam anyway? One day?
I don't know. In welterweight, I think is
too big.
It's a very big guys. But I don't know. Ilia is my superhero. I always have confidence in him.
Hey, just quickly, who do you think is winning this weekend between Diego Lopes and Alex Volkanovski?
I think Alex.
Why do you think Alex?
I love Alex. Alex always was someone to follow. I like him like a person, you know, and I think he deserves it. He do a great job, you know, all his career in the UFC. I respect him too much. I respect Diego Lopes, but I think he's not in the level of Alex. But we don't know. We need to look what is going to happen.
Do you think that if Alex wins the belt back, do you ever see a scenario where Ilia comes back down and they fight again? Or is 145, is that it for Ilia, never again?
That is something I don't know. I think Ilia want to go in this weight class. I don't know what is going to happen in the future. we need first look what is going to happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Is go too far.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions. Hey, just quickly before we finish, tell me a little bit about what's next for Aleks Topuria. Do you guys have an opponent in mind? Who would you want to see him fight next?
We want to see him fight in summer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We are open to what UFC give to us.
I find it interesting because Merab, the champion, has so much respect for you guys and Aleks, and he was saying how good Aleks is. Do you want to see Aleks get someone up the top, or do you want to see another warm-up fight before you guys get into the rankings, the top of the rankings?
I think Aleks is prepared for fight with big guys, and I think is good for his career going speed. I don't think he need to go step by step. You know, he's prepared, and always Merab is our friend. He came to train in the gym. He trained with everybody, and we love him, and he loves us, and always have respect for him. You know?
How do you think this rematch with Sean O'Malley goes?
I think Merab is going to win again. I see O'Malley change his life to, and I think this is a good idea. But I think the style of Merab is very contraproducent for O'Malley. You know, O'Malley is very technique, but Merab is very physical. Yeah. And this go to the side of Merab, no?
All right, well, guys, make sure you follow Jorge on social media. Very funny videos, War FC MMA, a lot of big fighters. Dude, you've been killing it. Congratulations on everything. I can't wait to see what's next for you guys. Anything that you want to tell anybody out there to keep an eye out for? Anything coming up?
Yeah, of course. We now in 9 of May we go with Salah to Saladin is one prospect of the club. He's going to fight in PFL MENA for the championship. He have his record is 8-0, and the 14th of June, we're going to do the war here in our house in Alicante. It's a very big party here in Alicante, and we're going to do a great event in the bullfight place.
Oh, bullfighting arena.
Yeah, it's like for in between 8,000 and 10,000 people. It's going to be a big show. We're going to have a lot of big figures here. We are the coach of Franco Tanagla. You know him. He's the champion of Barenucle of the world. You know, he's our pupil too, and he's going to fight in this event. He fight in these last two in Cartagena. And it's going to be a good show and have a lot of good fighters. They are going to defend two of the belts of our promotion. It's going to be very good. 14th of June, we're 6, Alicante.
All right, guys, I just want to take a quick moment to talk about our sponsors, MANSCAPED and SAILY, and a big thank you to them for making it possible for me to bring this show to you. The Beard and Balls bundle from Manscaped is the place to go. It's your all-in-one grooming solution to keep you polished from head to toe, more precisely from beard to balls. It's got all-in-one grooming. The Beard Hedger is your go-to for precise beard trimming, and the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra takes care of everything below the waist. Because confidence starts with the right tools. You got customizable trimming, a dual blade system on the Lawnmower 5.0, which features interchangeable foil and trimmer blades, ensuring a smooth and comfortable experience, even in the sensitive areas. And what about this? The long-lasting power. Enjoy up to 60 minutes of runtime with a Beard Hedger and 75 minutes with a Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. And by the way, it is risk-free. That's right, guys. Manscaped is now risk-free. Get it on Manscaped's 30-day money-back guarantee. You can try the Beard and Balls bundle today, completely risk-free, with Manscaped's 30-day money-back guarantee. And that's not all. If you want to support this program, use the code word submission. You get 20% off and free shipping right now. That's 20% off and free shipping right now across the whole Manscaped website. I just want to thank Manscaped again for making it possible for me to bring this interview to you. Go to manscaped.com right now, get the Beard and Balls bundle, and get 20% off and free shipping right now with the code word submission. And for anybody looking to travel out there is no better eSIM than SAILY. SAILY has you sorted with its 115 virtual locations, super fast speeds, security features, and what about the fact that you guys get an ad blocker in the app as well, so you don't have to watch annoying ads and use up your data when you watch stuff all over your phone. What about the fact that you don't need to switch out your eSIMs because you can just use the one SAILY profile for everywhere you go? No more lining up at airports, no more having to take out SIM cards from your phone, putting new SIM cards in. SAILY gives you all of the options to get as much data for as long as you need. You got weekly plans, you got plans that last half a year. And SAILY always lets you know when you're about to run out of data. It gives you a little notification when you used up 80% of your plan, so you'll always have time to top up. No more sneaky roaming fees. No more being stressed out about, oh, I just bought this plan in this weird country that's going to last me for 3 months, but I only need it for 3 days. SAILY has you sorted. And if you're a Submission Radio fan, you can click on saily.com/submission now and get 15% off your first purchase. Or go to saily.com and use the code word submission. Support this show and have the best traveling experience thanks to SAILY. Just a quick reminder while you're watching this interview, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Only 48% of you guys are subscribed. The ones that watch regularly, that really helps. And please click the little bell icon so you get notified when the shows come out. That's going to really help me bring out more content to you, more interviews, and keep the channel around for longer. And now, back to the program. Dude, I love that. That's another massive show right there, guys. Yeah. Make sure to jump on, check it out, follow War FC MMA, and of course, follow the man and his brother as well. Jorge, Climent, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you.
And if you want to see the fight of War MMA, you need to go in Mi Tele. You can put in internet and you can look all for free. You know?
Perfect. I'll put it in the link description below. You guys just need to click underneath. Thank you so much, Jorge.
Okay, brother. Thank you very much.
Thanks, dude. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thanks, dude. I'll put this interview up and I'll put the link underneath so people could click and watch the fights.
Okay, brother. I don't speak English a lot of time ago, and I have afraid. Always when I talk with you, I have afraid because I don't like
it. You do such a good job. You do. Yes. I think thanks to me, your English is very good now. All right, man. I better go to work. I'll see you later, Jorge.
See you.